Hey guys, this is Donnie with Standing Goats Rescue, and I have an item here we're going to be doing a review on. I've been working on reviews all week. I got behind, but this is one that was sent to me by a company called Tactical X-Men. This is a rangefinder from Bija, B-I-J-I-A, and this rangefinder has a rangefinding capability of 5 to 650 yards, and you can set it in yards or meters. This is a hunting or golf rangefinder, and in the box I've already opened this. I put the battery in it, and it comes with this really cool, really nice case. It's got the company's logo right there in the center. You got a lock on it here. You can unlock it, and it does have a zipper also, and it's got a patch in the back. You can put it on your belt. Very lightweight. You unzip it. You have holding straps on both sides of it. I can get it unzipped. Sorry. It's got these straps right here so that you can have this on your belt. You can keep it open, and you're not making noise closing it. If you got to move and you need to be quiet, you got it open, you can gently close it and bring your hook over and lock it on, and you ain't got to worry with your unit falling out, even with it unzipped. It's not going anywhere. This unit, it is a very small, very lightweight. I mean, you guys can see how small this is. It is little, and it is quite powerful. It is powered from one CR2 battery, which goes right here. You slide that door down, your battery's right in there. This ring is your focus ring. You have a power and mode button on top. You can adjust this for meters or yards. I compared it with one of my hunting rangefinders I have at home, which is a rather expensive one. It's about mid-range in the better units, and they were reading the same measurement at the same distances out to 58 yards. I did not have a longer target to test it with, but it was reading the same measurements as the $230 rangefinder, and this one is half of that. Now this particular unit, there's nothing I don't like about it, except the eye relief is quite close. You have to have it up just about on your eye. I wear glasses now, so it is literally touching my lens, my glasses. But if I pull them up where they're supposed to sit, it's not, but it's close. It's very clear. Your grid, your lines, your readings, your digital readout, everything's in black, but it is very bold, very easy to see. It is very accurate. I cannot give you a longevity run on this because I just received it. I haven't had time to use it in the field. We have hunting season coming up. It will open in October, and I will definitely be using this. I'm going to bring this with me and during the entire month of hunting season and archery, and I'm going to use this. I'm not going to bring my other unit. This is the only one I'm going to use. And it does have a golf setting for those of you that golf. It has the flag identification, your pin identification. When you're scanning your yardage, you get it in the golf setup. When it detects the flag that's on the cup, the hole that you're shooting the golf ball to, this thing will vibrate. It'll lock on that, and it'll give you the range to that flag. in yards or meters. It's accurate from 5 to 650 yards. The golf flag, where it identifies the flag, the pin, is accurate out to 150 yards. You're not going to be knocking a golf ball 300 yards, I don't believe, to get it in the hole, but out it'll go to 150 accurate, and it will detect the flag in the hole, the pin. It is supposed to have your angle, your inclination, angle of inclination for when you're in a tree stand. You're 25, 30 foot up a tree, you have deer come in, and you're having to range him, get the yardage on him. You know, your distance from your target to your rangefinder changes. The higher you are, depending on where your target is, the distance changes. And if he's at 30 yards from the base of the tree, angle of inclination where you're at, you may have to shoot at the 25-yard mark to hit your target. And that's where these come in handy. That angle of inclination will tell you exactly the distance you need to shoot at to be accurate. These are a necessity for bow hunters especially. But long-range hunters, same thing. I did use it on some of our small goats at 42 to 46 yards. One of the baby goats, a little smaller than a small house cat, I ranged him. It was the exact same number each time, and I've done it about 5 times. He was laying down. When the baby goat got up and started walking, I put it in the scan mode. You hold your power button, the mode button, you hold your button down and it goes into scan. So you can scan the area, and as the laser is hitting different objects, it'll tell you the distance of these objects. And that's for, you have a deer out in the middle of a field. If you're at ground level and you're aiming at that deer, if you miss him, if you get the laser off of him, even though that deer is 80 or 90 yards from you, you may see a 300-yard target will show up on here, and it's because the laser is past him. So when you have something out at distance you need to get an accurate number on, and there's trees or buildings out beyond it, you put it in the scan mode, and you just scan real slowly from behind or from one side of your target, come right across to the other side, and you watch the number on the screen. And if you're showing 500 yards and then you get an 80-yard target and then back to 500, you know that target that's close to you is at 80 yards. But you can get the exact yardage, and it's plus or minus a meter, which is nothing. That's very, very accurate. But I am going to be putting this to the test. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna bring it out during early morning, midday, and we're gonna get it out, and I am going to compare it on camera with a more expensive unit. And I'll give you the distances as we're reading it, and to where you can see the accuracy of it. So far, I really do like it. It is much smaller than the unit I have at home. It does not have the rubber coating. That I don't like. I like the feel of the rubber. It does come with a small lanyard, and if you have big hands like I do, you're not going to get your hand in that little hole. It's just not going to happen. I can get 4 fingers in it. The lanyard is very small, so just keep that in mind. Most hunters don't have really large hands, but a lot of us do. It's just not most of us. But so far, I do like the way it feels in the hand. I love where the buttons are. Very ergonomic. They're both right there. Power button and mode button. And it's also your selector button. It's just a really, it's a jam up unit. I like it so far. But follow me to the end of the video if you're interested in one of these. I will have the link to where you can purchase this from Tactical X-Men, and I'll have a discount code in the description as well, where you guys can save a few dollars if you go to get one. And that pays off, especially in today's society. And I'm looking forward to putting this thing to the test. And guys, you do get a cleaning cloth. You do not want to put your fingers on the lens. This upper lens emits your laser that measures distance. Your bottom one receives the laser bouncing back. And that's what tells the computer. It'll tell it how to compute according to how fast it took the laser to get there and to bounce back, and that's how you get the yardage. But you do not want to touch them. They are coated. The lenses in these are coated with a protective coating. You go to clean it, use a cloth. Never touch the lenses on your rangefinders. Well guys, let's get this together. It will be tomorrow for me. It'll be a few seconds for you. And we're going to put this thing through the test when it's a little lighter outside where we can see. And then we will do a final thoughts and final opinion at the end of this to let you know my thoughts on it. Y'all stand by and I will see you in a few minutes. Alright guys, I made it back out here I've been playing with the rangefinder. I tore the box up, so I put a piece of tape on it. This is the rangefinder. That's the company it's made by. Beja, I believe it's pronounced. And this rangefinder offers a lot. What I would be using this for is hunting. As most people in this area, there's the case they send with it, a really nice case. You can unzip this thing, your belt runs through this strap right here. You can hang it from your belt and it's got a safety right there. You undo that, you can open it. You can leave it unzipped. When you're using it hunting, you don't want to be moving your zipper when you get game coming in, your target species, because they're going to hear that. You know, that they will definitely hear that. So what you do when you have this thing unzipped, if you didn't see it previously in this video, it's got little retainers right here to keep the unit from falling out sideways. You have it on your belt. You get an animal coming in, you need to reposition, you don't want it to fall out of the pack. Pull that little hook and loop, hook it right there, and it's not coming out. It's still unzipped, it's still open, but I can hold this thing by the zipper and it's not going to come out. It's got that safety clip right here holding it in. There it is. Let me grab these others because I do want to show you what I've been comparing it with. It is very hot out today. I apologize for the sweating. I tried to stay dry. I'm going to show you the different units. All right, this is the Beja unit right here. Very nice unit. I really like it. Very clear optics in it. Has one CR2 battery that powers it. I do not know the longevity of the battery yet. This one here is a Halo. This is the main one that I use. The Halo Z1000. And this one here is the Pro Target, which is made by Simmons. Okay, this is one that I got when the weather is really bad and I don't want to risk damaging my rangefinders. I take this one. This is $70 to $80 is what I paid for that one. This one was quite a bit more. And then my Browning unit is, I actually broke it. I didn't know it was broke. I had it in my pack of hunting gear and I got it out to bring it out here. That one's almost $240. I was going to bring it out to do a comparison with the Beja unit and it's broke. It was in with my gear. I put my gear in my hunting closet and something hit it and actually broke it, so it's inoperable. But ranging different targets with the three of these units, same target at the same distance, I'm getting the same numbers. This one is as accurate as these two. There's no difference in range, and that's going out to 60 yards, 61 yards today. I've been ranging trees back behind the camera with it. I don't have a setup where I can show you once I power it on. I've tried to line it up with a camera where you guys can see the readout, what the screen looks like. It's the same that you're going to see in most other rangefinders. Same layout. You can change it to yards and meters. It does have angle of inclination. If you're in a tree stand, you're aiming down. The distance from the base of the tree out to your target, if it's 30 yards, once you get up 25 or 30 feet in the air, you're now angling down. Remember, due to gravity, which this really affects arrows, archery, bow and arrows. When you shoot, your arrow goes up and it comes down to your target. When you're angled down at a target, when it goes up due to the effects of gravity, if you range him at 30 yards without using angle of inclination, you're going to shoot over his back. Even if you use your 30-yard pin on your crossbow or your bow, your compound, your recurve, your longbow, whatever you're using. The arrows pitch up and they come down. When you're shooting downward, the pitch up is going to overshoot the animal or hit very high on the animal. And that could cause an injury. You'll never recover the animal. He will suffer until infection takes him out. Please, if you're going to be hunting from a tree stand, archery, get you a rangefinder. And yes, now that I've been using this, playing with it, I most definitely recommend you trying these out. I have a link in the description where you can get these at, and I have a discount code in the description for you to use. And if you'll go check this unit out, this is from a company called Tactical X-Men. And if you'll go and look at what they have a lot more than just rangefinders. They have a lot of different things that we could use hunting, but they have a wide array of things. They've been very pleasant to talk to with the correspondence through email, just really nice people. And I have nothing negative to say about this. I have nothing negative to say about the company. This hunting season, it opens here for us in Northwest Florida in October. I will be using this throughout hunting season this year. I will be doing a follow-up review of this rangefinder. These two here, I will not be taking with me at all. I'm going to leave these in the hunting closet, and I'll probably use them next year. I don't know yet, but I've just gotten to where I really like this unit. When you turn your focus in, what it does is it removes the blur from your crosshairs in this rangefinder, the digital readout for the yardage or meters that your target is away from you. When you adjust that focus, it really sharpens up the writing. This halo is a fine rangefinder. You can't hardly read the numbers on it. The numbers, your yardage, your information on screen is so fine, even darkened up all the way, is so fine it's very hard to read. If I'm under the trees with this halo and I'm ranging a deer, and I'm just giving you examples that have happened to me. I've ranged the deer. I have to raise it up into the clouds, into the sky, where I can read the numbers on the screen. The same with this Simmons Pro Target, same thing. This Bijou one, I can see the writing. The wording on screen is very dark, very solid lines and letters. Shining it, if I aim it up under the trees, into the shadows, and I've been ranging trees. I've ranged the vehicle, I've ranged some of our goats at the house, I've ranged the dogs, I've used it on several different targets. And the darkest targets are when I'm aiming it out under the trees, like out here. In the shade, the Pro Target, the Simmons Pro Target, and the Halo, you cannot read the numbers on screen. This one you can. They're very crisp, very clear lettering, very easy to read, and that alone has sold it for me. That alone has made it. I'm going to take it into the field. I'm going to see how it does. One of the issues we run into, those of us that use these items, is when it's foggy. If there's mist in the air, they get inaccurate readings due to the water droplets. These work by they transmit a laser to the target. It hits the target, it bounces back, and it receives it into this one. And then that's where it computes the yardage. When there's droplets of water in the air, it refracts that laser and it gives inaccurate readings. And this may do the same. Most of them that I've used, if not all of them, have done that. This Halo I absolutely love, but if there's a slight mist in the air, early morning when the deer are moving pretty heavy, when the sun isn't fully out yet, it's light enough you don't need a light. You could see 100 yards, but it's still fairly dark under the trees. This one will not read. And if you do get a reading, you can't see the numbers. You have to move it up to the sky before the numbers go away to see what your yardage is. And that's too much movement. This thing right here, you can see it just about in darkness. All the numbers in it are black, but they are really easy to see. It's got the pin identification for those of you that golf. And what that does, you press and hold the button down and it'll go into scan mode. And you aim out toward your flag that's on your tee, or your green, I'm sorry. While it's scanning, you just scan past the flag. Once it detects the flag, it'll vibrate. This unit will vibrate. Once it vibrates, it'll lock the yardage in how far that flag is from you. And so far, the different distances that I've used it, it's the exact numbers I'm getting from these two units. It matches them. I wish I didn't tear up my Browning unit. It's a higher end unit, and I wanted to compare this one's readout to what the Browning is. And but I broke it. It's inoperable. The only thing that's any good in it right now is the lanyard and the batteries. The unit itself is no good. But this one here, so far I like it, guys. If you're interested in checking it out and getting yourself one, yes, it has angle of inclination. In the instruction manual, it will it'll run you through the steps of how to get into the different modes. It's got a speed mode. I do not use that, and I really don't know how to use it. I've never had a use for speed mode. My Halo, I think, has it. The Browning definitely has it. This one does not, but the Bija does have it. It's got pin detection for those that are golfing out to 150 yards. Range finding capabilities out to 650. I have not tested that. It's wooded here, and I just don't have there's nowhere where I could get a distance that far. It will pick up 180, 190 yards, but I did not have these two with me to compare the readout if they were reading the same, but it does read out to a little past 60 yards. It reads identical to these two units. Guys, I like it. It seems to be a really nice unit. This is the model H600 by Bija. You can find it at Tactical X-Men website. It is made in China, as is almost every one that's available in our country. Almost all of them are made in China. And normally when you buy Chinese products, and I know I love my country, I do support American made, but in a real sense, and not fudging numbers, normally things you get from China are far less expensive, and in a lot of cases the technology is greater. You have better technology in the Chinese made items, and it's just facts, and there's no way around that. And if I could get something like this and save $50, $60 over something like this, then yes, I'm absolutely going to do it. The dollars that I spend count. I have to account for every penny that leaves my account because I live check to check like most of you. This is affordable for all of you. If you're a hunter and you're looking for a good rangefinder, I most certainly advise you guys to check this out. I mean, I like it. It's very simple. There's not a lot of fancy stuff to learn on it. It's a point and shoot. Hit your mode, change it over to yards if you're in the US. If you're in Canada, you can leave it in meters and play with it in your front yard, in your backyard. Just get used to how it works. Turn your focus knob here. Get your numbers nice and steady and crisp, or where you can read them good, and you're ready to rock and roll. I will be able to tell you more on the longevity of this later in the year. Right now, I've only had it for a couple of days. I've been playing with it. I do like it, and I think it's going to be a great addition to my hunting bag. With the other units that I use, this thing is definitely lighter than both of these. Physical size. I will line these up the best that I can for you guys to see them. I'm going to give you a front view of the three of them right here. This is the Bija unit. This is the Simmons Pro Target. This is my Halo. If you can see the difference, let me try to get the eyepieces lined up a little bit the best that I can out here in the open. That'll give you an idea of the thickness. Here on this side is the Bija unit. The Simmons in the center, the Halo on this side. This side right here is your Bija, Simmons in the middle, Halo on this side. The only thing that I do not like on this Bija unit is the lanyard. The lanyard I don't like. But guys, I'm going to show you what I do on all of mine. This is the Halo, the lanyard they sent with this Bija unit from Tactical X-Men. I have very large hands. My hand will not go through that lanyard. This lanyard I have on the Halo, this is not the one that came on it. The one that came on it is like this one. This went to a pair of binoculars that I had. This is the lanyard for binoculars, and I put it on my Halo. I'm going to move this lanyard over to this unit, and I'm going to be using this one. But check in the description below. If you're part of our family here at Standing Goats Rescue, I will be doing a follow-up on this one as well later during winter, during the hunting season. If you guys are not a part of our family here, if you're not subscribed, I'm not asking anybody to subscribe. I never ask anybody to. You subscribe to the channels that you like. But if you would like to see a follow-up secondary review of this item later in the year, just turn on your notifications. You may have to subscribe and wait until I do the second review and then unsubscribe if you want. It's no big deal. But I will be doing a follow-up on it for sure. But I want to thank Tactical X-Men for sending it over to me, giving me the opportunity to use this thing. And yes, I really like it. It's very simple, very lightweight. It will fit in a shirt pocket easily. And I like it. When I first got it, I thought it felt kind of cheap because of it being so light. But the seams are very tight. There's no rough edges anywhere on it. I mean, it's a really clean, slick unit. And it's got the camo pattern. It does have, let me show you the battery. They do send the battery with it. The battery's right there. It is a CR2 battery. This is I believe that's a generic battery. But it should last me all year. When this battery starts getting low, I will be putting a Duracell or an Energizer in it just for longevity, so that it'll last me and I won't have to worry about it dying on me in the field. When hunting season gets here, I'll be changing the battery anyhow, just so that I don't have to worry about that. But I do like it. Well, all right, guys, y'all have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you for hanging out and checking out this amazing little rangefinder with me. I do like it. I'll have more information for you a little later in the year once I'm able to put some mileage on this thing. And again, the link to find this unit and the discount code for you guys to get a break on buying one of these is below this video in the description. Make sure if you're going to go get one, copy that discount code, and when you put it in your cart, put that in when it asks you as you're going through checkout. Put that discount code in there so that you can get a discount on it. It does add up, and it's a pretty substantial discount. But guys, I'll see you guys in the field very soon. Y'all have an amazing day. Be safe, be blessed in all you do. And again, thank you for hanging out with me, and we'll see you down the road. Bye-bye. You know, this, just as a side note, the case alone that they send with this unit, that Browning I paid so much money for, it comes with a piece of garbage. The case is trash. This case, it's a hard case. It is semi-soft. It is a little bit flexible, but it's a hard case. You've got a little loop right here. You can hang it from your tree stand. It's got a very tight strap, nylon strap. You run your belt under. That's not going to come off your belt no matter what happens. You got a zipper. You got two straps on the inside that'll prevent your unit from falling out should you leave it on your belt like this. It's not going to fall unless you turn over. It does come with a cleaning cloth, which I have inside here for cleaning the lenses. Do not touch your lenses. You guys, if you don't know, the oils from your skin will damage the coating that's on these lenses. So do not touch the lenses. Use a lens cloth. But this is a soft lined case for it. And all you got to do when you're hunting, lock it like that. And when you need it, there's no noise. Pull your unit out, range your target, make the shot, drop it in, and if your hunt's over, then yeah, at that time, zip it up. Lock her down, and you're headed home. And your unit's going to be with you when you arrive to where you're going. The case alone is worth, it's probably worth $20, $25 just for that. And I do like it. I wish all of them gave you a case like this, but they don't. It's society, especially in this country, the US, to get a case with any item that you buy, you have to pay extra for it. Through Tactical X-Men, they include it. It comes with the unit. So there's no reason your rangefinder should get damaged from normal use. There's no reason whatsoever. Just take advantage of what they provide for them. The cleaning cloth for the lenses. Take advantage of the case to keep the unit safe when it's not in your hand or hanging around your neck or however you carry it. But all right, guys, enough of the nonsense. We'll see you later. Y'all take care.